Sahana bhavatu, Sahanau bhunaktu, Sahaviryam karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Can you turn that off, please?
I just did.
Oh. And can you turn that switch off? Yes. Sukham sthiram asanam. The seat is comfortable yet stable. Taking the time to arrive and letting go of all that has just happened, that may have happened in terms of getting here. Letting the concerns, fears, worries drop on their own. I am here now. Now I have arrived. Now I am. Connecting slowly with the breathing. Pranapanau samau kritva. Just ensuring that the exhalation and inhalation are roughly of the same length. Effortlessly I breathe. Effortlessly I observe the breathing. Notice how, when you watch the breath, the mind goes quiet automatically. With every cycle of breathing, the more I inhabit now, here, now. The body just follows the breathing. It also just is. The chest rising and falling I can observe. Head and shoulders, I can observe. Torso, I can observe. Front and back. Hands, legs, extremities, I observe. This is how body is. This is how the breathing takes place. I, Sakshi, the witness, the indweller of this body, I observe the body, I observe the breath. Shifting gently the observation to observing the mind. Thoughts coming, thoughts going. I am that stillness. From which the bubble-like thoughts arise and subside. I am like a deep pond, a placid lake. Thoughts are like waves, bubbles, foam, ripples. The ripples do not disturb the lake. They just add to its beauty. Thoughts are an embellishment to me. The body is an embellishment to I. Breathing, another embellishment that makes the body have life. In that depths of quietude, I insert a mantra. Today we will just use Om Namah Shivaya. We will chant together loudly, a little less loudly, softly, and then in a whisper, and then mentally. Remembering to bring the mind back to the mantra each time it goes away. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. 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 This time, observe the chant as I chant, making sure to observe the silence between the chants and pick up the chant mentally after I stop chanting. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om 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 Om. Allow the chant to come to a close. See that there is no difference between the one who chants and the one who is silent. Chant is just consciousness. Silence also is consciousness. Chant followed by silence, followed by chant. Consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. Chant, consciousness. Silence, consciousness. Chanter, I, consciousness. Hearer of the chant, I, also consciousness. One, non-dual, limitless consciousness. That happens to be me. I am that consciousness. See that. Be that. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So, chapter 2 is all about how to fix the mind, really. That's what chapter 2 is all about. And whatever we did today and whatever we are going to do subsequently is all just explained in words. but we are just following along in terms of actions. And last week I said something which I found interesting, is that it follows the what's its name, the pattern of the Gayatri mantra. The Gayatri mantra, people say that, oh, it is dedicated to sun god. There is no sun god, there is no this is not, this is just a careless translation at best. So the Gayatri mantra is dedicated to Bhagavan, definitely, but as what? As the one who is the giver of the law of karma, and that Bhagavan who is brilliance itself. And may this Bhagavan enlighten this mind. That is the prayer. Enlighten our minds. In fact, it's one of the collective prayers. And so called as Gayatri because it's in that meter which has 24 syllables. If you count, Om Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naf Prachodayat. Naha means, Asmakam, our, and Prachodayat, may our minds be stimulated. You cannot say Nap Prachodayat, Naf Prachodayat. If you say Nap Prachodayat, what will happen? Yeah, don't stimulate our minds. You're asking for the wrong thing, correct? Yeah. Well-intentioned prayer with the opposite meaning. And if you see the popular renditions of Gayatri, which are rarely you can listen to because they sing it, they have one disco Gayatri, which I cannot, and even if I could, I would not reproduce. And so they have disco Gayatri, they have all these things, And one youth camp I went to, this is the occupational hazards of being a Swami, and in this youth camp, one young fellow put this in some kind of a rock tune, rock Gayatri, heavy metal Gayatri, disco Gayatri. And then of course it befell in my karma to say something about it after it was he was done, you see. And what did I say? I just said, so many Gayatris, so little time. It is true, there are many prayers, like that one. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi. Then? Prachodayat. That's also a Gayatri. What is that? That is a Gayatri for Rudra. Om Ekadantaya Vidmahe Tanno Dantif Prachodayat. That is Ganapati Gayatri. How do we know? Because it is said in Ganapati Upanishad, which we just studied. So all these are Gayatris because they have that same meter and you are using that same rubric or that framework of that to say, please protect my mind and please do prachodhanam. And prachodhanam doesn't have a translation, At best you can say stimulate, inspire, but that's just a very bad, translation. It's an inadequate translation. So prachodhanam kuryat, may our minds, actually it's more like may our minds fall in the right thought patterns. It's not that you're trying to suspend the thoughts. Neither in this meditation given in this book, in this chapter, nor in the Gayatri, nor in any dhyanam, you're not trying to say, may I never have thoughts. That's a very dangerous prayer. That means, may I be in a permanently vegetative state, because those are the people who have hardly any waves. They make no waves, correct? That's not the prayer. The prayer is, may my mind fall into the correct ways of thinking. Why thinking? Why is it not based on action? Because thought precedes action, correct? Even though some people say, I act first and think later. Some people say that. That's why I have this feet in the mouth disease, And if people say that I'm so impulsive, I act first and think later. Even such people would have actually thought. The problem is that it's not that they did not think. There are two problems, in fact. They thought wrongly, and then they were not aware of their thought. They were not that witnessing which we just did, that was absent. So first of all, if you're not, if you don't have the ability to witness the thoughts, okay, at least do the right things and think the right thoughts. No, I don't even know how to think correctly. So then that compounds the situation in the everyday life. And so, regardless of whether one is studying an Upanishad, or one wants to do very well in one's job, or one wants to have just a sane life, this kind of I think we need that light now, please. So this kind of a proper thinking is extremely important. Extremely important to have proper thinking. And Gayatri is the prayer that gives proper thinking. Tat Savituhu Varenyam means that which has the brilliance of the sun. What is that? My own self, which is hidden from me. My own self, that is all Bhagavan, all contentment, all resplendence, all shine, which is as it were hidden from me by my own thinking, by my own ignorance, may that come forth. And so I pray, who do I pray to? Bhargaha. Where does Bharga come in Gayatri chant? Om Tat Saviturvarenyam.
Bhargo.
That Bhargo. Yeah, Bhargo. Just because it says Bhargo, don't let it go. It is Bhargaha. Yeah. Bhargaha. Tat Bhargaha Savituhu, Devasya Dhimahi, Tat Varenyam. That Varenyam qualifies Tat. That alone has to be selected, that alone has to be chosen, that alone is my, is my Ishta Devata. And what is the Ishta Devata here? That resplendence, which is myself alone, and which shines like the sun. That sun that is eclipsed from me by my own ignorance, that is understood. So at the level of the Jiva, it shines like the sun. And then at the level of Bhagavan, that resplendence, that Deva, is incarnated in the form of Bharga. Who is this Bharga different from Bhaga? We have seen Bhaga. Bhagavan as in Bhagavan, correct? The one who has Bhaga is Bhagavan, all Aishwarya, Shrihi, all this we saw. But here it's not Bhaga, it's Bharga. Is that a mispronunciation? No. It is from Brij. Brij, which takes guna. What happens? Bhargaha. Yeah. Bharga. Brij Dahane. Yes. In the one that burns. Yes. And again it is compared to the sun. Because the sun also scorches. It has a solar flare. If you go too close, it can burn. All you need is a magnifying glass. You can make fire. Right underneath the sun. You can just magnify the sun using a small magnifying glass. And then what? Here too, Bhargaha means that which burns, sears through. What? That which barbecues my own karma. Finished. It's charred. It chars through the karma. It chars through the ignorance. My own karma is gone. Knowing which, surrendering to which, that which has the power to burn away all karma. Brij Dahane, that's what it burns. And if it burns karma, will it not burn ignorance? Naturally it will burn ignorance, because what is stopping me from gaining the knowledge is ignorance. And why is it stopped? How is that ignorance manifest? In the form of karma. Ignorance and karma are just cause and effect. That's all it is. That's why it is called avidya kama karma shrinkhala, that endless chain of this avidya, ignorance, desire, karma, karma phala, all this whole cycle No, it's a circle. It's a vicious circle, and if you set fire to one side of the circle, the entire circle is consumed. And so, and there is only one prayer. Oh, the burner of karma, the burner of ignorance, the one who lights up the mind as the Deva, the resplendent as the sun, who is obtainable as the light of my own mind, who is never absent. And what is it that I have to know? What is it that I have to pray for? It's interesting. You don't pray for wealth, you don't pray for some kind of promotion, you don't pray for the destruction of your competitors, you don't pray for, family, you don't pray for all kinds of goodies to come. No. You don't even pray for knowledge. Interesting. You pray that the mind may fall into the correct thought patterns leading to correct decisions in life. May I make the right choices. This is all about choices. The whole world is about choices. The whole life is about choices. And the one who misses out somehow finds oneself in the wrong place at the wrong time, all the time. And then what do you call such a person? Loser. Really. What else to say? Always missed it by just a millimeter. Missed an opportunity for money, missed an opportunity for promotion, got married to the wrong person because the right person just happened to walk by the cafe window just 2 minutes before, did not see. And what is missing is this ability to make the correct choices. That which allows the mind to fall in the correct choices. And this is itself the main thing that needs to be done in one's life, that muscle has to be strengthened. And the second chapter, we'll see more later, follows the whole Gayatri prayer. So first the first several verses focus on what this Savitru is. This Savita, which is Bhagavan, not the sun god, Bhagavan, that resplendence. And what you do to that Savita is you bring it, you see it within yourself. See that light and know that as the light of all lights. So that is the first part. And we have already done the first part. Interesting, the second part of this, many parts are there. We will be seeing those in detail in the next couple of 2-3 sessions. And then it says how to take the mind from the preoccupation with the mundane daily thoughts. How to withdraw the mind from the daily thoughts and then attach it to this Savita. How to do that? And we did that a little bit in the form of the chant, but there are certain other ways of just being with that Savita, being with that light of all lights which I recognize as myself, and we'll see that next time. Today we have a program, so I have to end the class early, so I'm going to end the class early. So next Tuesday we'll be seeing this in more detail. Yeah, thank you. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo